major resources for the astronomy event. First is the coach's manual, the astronomy coach's manual that I wrote, that's available on the National Science Olympiad website. It's 210 pages. It not only has a lot of content, it has a lot of activities and investigations that you can do to help learn some of the individual content areas. There's a whole section on variable stars, there's a section on spectroscopy, there's a section on the mathematics and cosmological distances. APOD, Astronomy Picture of the Day, is supported by NASA, and it is a great place to go for images. If you just go to APOD and do a search for the deep sky object you're interested in, up will come a page with several images on that page. That's where I and my co-event supervisor get our images from. We do not rummage around the internet trying to find the most unknown, esoteric, un-DSO looking like image we can possibly find to trick you. That's where we get all of our images off these same websites. Astronomy Picture of the Day, Chandra, AAVSO. You can go to Hubble if you want to, but make sure you stay within the confines of those particular websites. There's too much misinformation, conflicting information, and erroneous information if you start just rummaging around on the internet. So APOD, Picture of the Day, chandra.harvard.edu. If you click on Education, a section will pop up that says Science Olympiad, and this webinar will be posted there. This is what it looks like for the one that was posted last fall for this year's competition. And again, on the AAVSO website, if you click on variable stars, pull down to Education and over to Science Olympiad, then last year, I keep saying last year's event, this year's event, 2012, is posted on there, so you can download that to use as a practice test for this year's event. Our events, if you've been doing Science Olympiad for a while, they're all very, very similar. They follow the same format every year. There is the first section, which is mostly involved with the image sets and very basic questions about spectroscopy or the HR diagram, very basic. There is a second section that has a little bit of the simple arithmetic relationships to use. And then the third section is for the mathematically inclined, and that will have much more rigorous 2- and 3-step mathematical problems to solve. But that's also, those are the least amount of questions. Also on the Chandra website are a lot of stellar evolution materials to help you and assist you in learning about stellar evolution itself. There's also the Chandra-Ed website where you can download the toolbox for DS9, the imaging analysis software. One of the investigations under stellar evolution on the Chandra website is under the imaging section is investigating supernova remnants, and that would be a really great DS9 activity for you to learn. Several times we take screenshots from DS9 and incorporate those into questions on the event. You can request card sets, any other materials from the Chandra website by going to the request form. Also, the spring issue of the Earth Scientist was sponsored by Chandra. In that magazine is an article describing plotting pulsating variable stars on the HR diagram. And this card set is actually in that magazine, and it tells you where to go on the Chandra website to learn how to do that particular activity. This is the worksheet for that activity. That is an excellent resource to help you learn about variable stars and where they are located on the HR diagram. So if you go to this URL right here, this magazine is not listed in the list of materials that you can request from Chandra, but there's a little box at the bottom of the form, and after you fill in all of your information in the bottom of that box, say, I would like to have a copy of the Earth Scientist, please, and they will ship that to you. So, I have a co-event supervisor, Tad Kamasic. He is a student nearing the end of his undergraduate program at the University of Chicago, and he has been assisting me for the last 3 years. He took first place in my event as a high school junior and senior, and he's more than perfectly willing to have you email him questions. You can email either one of his questions. However, if you have any kind of if you don't understand the resources to be brought, or if you have any misunderstanding of anything that's stated within the event description, please do not email Tad or myself. You should go to the National Science Olympiad website, to this URL right here, because if you are confused about something, maybe other coaches are also confused about it and they have already asked a question, or you will ask the question, it will be answered. It's more like a public forum so everybody can see, and everybody can see what the clarification is. If they do not understand, if they cannot explain your question themselves, then they will come to me or Tad. So read the event description. Make sure you understand the content. Make sure you know what resources you're allowed to bring. And I've already been asked this question once before, can I bring an iPad? I see no difference between an iPad and a laptop, if an iPad works better for you. Use the webinar and the PowerPoint for an overview of the content of the deep sky objects. Use the coach's manual. It explains how to search and save the images and the content for you personally to start putting together, whether you're going to collate it on your laptop or put it in a 3-ring binder. Use APOD, Chandra, and AAVSO websites for images and content. Download the 2002 astronomy event from the AAVSO website, because you can easily use that as a practice and a guide for the types of questions and content that you're going to be asked. So, for those of you competing in the 2013 event that competed in the 2012 event, you have a little bit of an edge because you've already studied stellar evolution. Last year's event was, as we said, this year's event was Type 1a supernovas. So there were 4 different types of variable stars that stars can go through, stages they can go through as they end up as either a Type 1a supernova or a planetary nebula and a white dwarf. This year we have the Cepheid variables, we have the semi-regulars, we have the X-ray binaries, and the Type 2 supernova event itself. Those are the variable stars. And next year's event, the following year's event, 2014, the topic will be stellar evolution of variable stars, and some of the same, of course, variable star categories that you studied for 2012 and 2013 will be on it, plus some lesser known categories that have not been used before. So if you have any questions, you can either go to the National Science Olympiad for clarification, you can email either Tad or myself, and good luck in preparing for 2013, and may the stars be with you.